Hello class, today I will be giving a brief, however detailed summary of the small intestine. Some key structural features of this organ is that its length is often brought up, since this organ is 20 to 22 feet in length. To put this in perspective, typically a giraffe is usually 2 feet shorter than your small intestine. The inner lining of this organ consists of microvilli. These villi help to increase the surface area within the intestine, allowing the most amount of nutrients to be absorbed. Parts of the small intestine consist of the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Although I will explain each of these functions in a different question, where I explain the functions of the organs, so continue watching to find out. The small intestine plays a role in the digestive system. It sits between the stomach and the large intestine. The small intestine is able to absorb the majority of the nutrients and vitamins. The small intestine also breaks down most of the food and pushes the bolus through the gastrointestinal tract. The functions of this organ is that it consumes the bolus and through contractions will turn the bolus into a liquid, enhancing the amount of nutrients that could be absorbed. The three key features of the small intestine is 1, the duodenum. This part of the small intestine is only 10 inches long of the 22 feet small intestine. This is where the digestive juices are formed and the enzymes are able to break down the food. The gallbladder and the pancreas will also play an essential role in making the materials needed for absorption to occur. 2 is the jejunum. The jejunum is 8 feet long. This part of the organ has a dark red tint to it due to the amount of blood vessels. The jejunum has a variety of muscles that is able to churn the food with the digestive juices and commence peristalsis. This way, the leftovers can make it from your jejunum to 3, your ileum. This part of the small intestine consists of the remanents, making it the longest section. This is where your body absorbs nutrients, vitamins, minerals, carbs, proteins, lipids, etc. This is where the food also spends the majority of the time before moving on to the large intestine. Unfortunately, there are a variety of disorders and diseases that may affect this organ. However, there is one that is commonly found within patients experiencing abdominal pain. The name of this disease is Crohn's disease. This disease is a chronic disease that commonly affects individuals' digestive tract. This commonly leads to inflammation and irritation within the same tract. However, the reality of this disease is that it isn't only found in the small intestine. It can range from your mouth to your anus, although this disease is commonly found within the small and large intestine. Crohn's disease is commonly diagnosed through a gastroenterologist. The doctor will perform a physical exam to try and find the inflammation in your organs. They may run a variety of tests. However, I will give technological evidence of one: magnetic resonance imaging, also called the MRI. The MRI uses an enhanced amount of magnetic waves and radio waves to create images of the individual's body. This scan is helpful to show how your small intestine may be affected by Crohn's disease, tenderness caused by inflammation and/or infection. The patient who may be suffering with Crohn's disease must prepare for the MRI and take a contrast agent or fluid that is injected into your veins. This way, the imaging on the MRI is enhanced and performs and examines well. Thank you very much for listening to my crash course video. I hope you guys learned about the small intestine. Bye!